The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron 868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. on WAC 90.1 FM. The Living Room, casual conversations on serious topics.
It is currently 6 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago, brother man.
We went through this.
Year.
We went
We
through
in a
this.
new year.
We went
We
through
in a
this
new
already.
year.
We went through
We
this.
in a
already.
new.
So happy New Year, Aaron.
It is currently 6, well, a couple minutes, probably 1 minute after 6 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I'm glad to know you are locked on to the True Nation station, WACK 90.1 FM, where we are.
Culture crazy.
Let's kick it off as we always do, right? First and foremost. Must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life, seeing another day, and seeing another year. Because no matter what time of the day it is, no matter what time of the year it is, you must always
Give thanks.
Secondly, we must say thank you to those that went before us. And when I'm talking about those that went before us, I'm not just talking about the original inhabitants of Trinidad and Tobago, the Tainos and the Kalinagos, because we all know, I think I've said it enough, that Columbus lied. But also to our brother in music, Tony Prescott, where the P this week stands for
Prosperous. Prosperous, bro.
So
Not phosphorus, eh? Not phosphorus. Prosperous.
Phosphorus, that's a chemical something.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I feel chemistry, so I don't even tell me about that.
You only feel when you stop trying, Aaron.
Well, I stopped trying for the day. I was in class, yes.
Well, yeah, want to first and foremost extend greetings to our listeners and viewers, to the community who has been supporting us in the living room here. And I want to wish you all a bright and prosperous new year. Yeah, we making some strides. We doing some things. So just want to thank everybody who's been on the journey with us.
I want to echo those sentiments, and I want to say a special thank you as well to all of those who watch us religiously weekly on YouTube, right? Those that share the videos when we post the statuses, they share it. Those that provide feedback, those that comment, like, share, subscribe, you know how it goes. I also want to say a heartfelt thank you to WAC 90.1 FM for the human service that they continue to do for the culture of Trinidad and Tobago.
Agreed.
I don't think that WAC gets the recognition that it deserves. And for 2023, if it's one thing I think we need to do as a nation, as a listenership, is spread the word of WAC.
The word of WAC. I like that. But as I say that, I want to go straight into something very important that we have to do this week, because today is Black Stalin Day.
Yeah.
And one of the P's this week is anti-patsy.
Yeah, fine.
Right. All love and support and condolences go to you and your family, to the greater community impacted by the loss of Dr. Leroy Calliste. Right.
You saw Dr. Motley's post?
No, I saw it. I didn't read it.
Okay.
So yes or no?
He was really a Caribbean man.
See what you did there.
before we go any further, I must welcome you to another edition of The Living Room with yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. No, wait. For 2023, we are changing that. With yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. Remember that culture is my code.
Fanfare. That's what we're talking about. That is what we're talking about. Culture is your code.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and yours truly, Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage and the local stage. Gotti coming back in. I'm not gonna take it to the Old Testament links that it had last year. But
so, just now, question: you tried the castor oil?
No, I have not. I still have a bed oil of finishing here, so when that's done, I'll make the switch.
No. I'm fed up talking about it.
Speaking of Harden, how are you, Aaron? How are you? Let me start the year off right. How are you?
But to be very honest, I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
December was an extremely busy month for me. Coupled with the workout regime and everything, it was a lot to deal with and process. So I'm tired, but I'm also thankful because 2022, as I put on Facebook, was full of L's. It was full of lessons. It was full of losses. It was full of love. It was full of life in general. But I am thankful for everything that I endured in 2022 because it made me a stronger person with a stronger mentality, a broader back, right?
And a smaller waist.
And a small, yeah, boy.
Yeah, I see you leaning out. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. As you mentioned that, and you know how big I am on giving persons flowers. My trainer and I, we made a bet that I would have hit a goal. And if I hit that goal, I was supposed to give him 5 consecutive days of praise.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hit the goal. I missed it by 2.
By 2 or 2 pounds?
Yeah, 2 pounds.
You could attribute that to water weight, you know.
Nah, I was halfway in first thing in the morning.
All right. After you pee?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyhow,
big up Mariachi.
I want to big up Kerwin and Exceptional Fitness again for accommodating me and my weird schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I want to say a special thank you to my mom because mommy was the one. Yes, I could cook her, but with the schedule I've been having, mommy made sure every week I had my healthy meals prepared for the days.
Yeah,
so
nice one.
Special thank you to mommy.
Hi, Ma. Yeah, that's good. You know, as we, you're starting the year with what we had to start with. I want to acknowledge something. I'm in our wellness challenge group that was started by our very own Richard Williams of Willy with Hawaii.
No relation.
And one of the things that came up in our post today was that this fitness thing, as you said, is financial, physical, spiritual, emotional, psychological, etc. But in terms of the physical fitness, we have to remember it's not just about the exercise, guys. It's about what we put into our bodies and the opportunities that we give our bodies to do its job. So nutrition and rest are important. I know for a fact that you're working out regularly. I know for a fact that you are eating better. And I know for a fact, with another P word, PHACT, right, that you are not getting enough rest. So I'm just saying, right, it's something to lean into as you continue your fitness journey.
You know, and in a true moment of transparency between Ricardo and I, earlier last year, I would have lamented Mr. Mitchell about his lack of a proper sleeping pattern. And I don't want to say I'm sorry, but because that's too much. Because if I say I'm sorry, I'll never hear. That's probably going to reach all over Facebook like it's jokes.
That will be my ringtone.
What I would say is I understand. Right? I also want to ask you, Ricardo, as we kick off the year, how are you?
Man, I am in a weird place. I'm in a very weird place, to be honest with you. Physically, I'm doing well. I'm feeling good. Confidence spiking, functionality, all well and good. But I still navigating the weight of the heaviness around me. I'm grateful for the little things. I will always find value in any situation so that I can take something from it. So that even if something bad happens, it's not free. I'm taking something positive from it. But Aaron, I had to say it, and I started hot and sweaty this songs. But I had to wipe my feet by 5 murders on the first day, boy. So I am trying my best to progress, to move forward, and to hold a positive mindset. But boy, I'm looking around, and this place is just getting harder and harder, boy. But we could make it if we try.
Just a little harder.
Yeah. But personally, I'm alright, man. I'm alright. Thanking God for health, strength, and the opportunity to deal with another day.
As you mentioned, wiping your feet, I want to wipe my feet on something here. And as a matter of fact, let me save it for this. After these things, because we have some duties that we have to do. Right?
Correct, that's right.
WTF was I about to do? And when I say WTF, I mean, what the Franz?
Wake the town and tell the people the New Year's resolutionists are coming. We all know that every gym everywhere is set to be a fete come the first week in January. And that's a beautiful thing. But I also know that this influx of the uninitiated is usually met with frustration by regular gym goers. So my fellow gym rats, I just want to point out one thing. These newcomers are here to change their lives by finally putting their physical and mental health as a priority. So welcome them. You get to be a big part of that change just by being nice to the newbies. So don't roll your eyes at them. Welcome them. Smile at them. Coach them. Mentor them. Encourage them. Help them on a piece of equipment. Show them how to use a piece of equipment. We were all newbies once. So be the person you needed when you were them. Wishing everyone a bright and prosperous new year. Blessings flow. What the Franz?
I think by next week, Kenny going and tell me about this enough. But WTF was again, what the Franz was I doing? Right? Thank you very much, Franz, for another insightful and informative segment, as you always do. And as Ricardo told me the last time we spoke, you say it in like 100% less words than what Ricardo would have used to say the exact same thing. Because he's not known for the brevity of his speech.
Correct is right. Franz, really, really honored to be on this journey with you, and we look forward to more of your contributions going forward this year. I believe that your voice is only going to get louder, and your impact's already being felt. So, thanks a lot for that, man. And you hear that, Aaron? Stop jumping the newcomers and them to the gym. Give them a chance.
Me?
Well, remember, you're a veteran in this thing now. Is 20 pounds you lose already?
Me? And get correct, 25.
All right. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. All right. Ah, boy. That roti you was thinking about buying, you could buy it still, but drop it for me. You ain't need that in your life right now.
You just got one roti for the year, brother.
If I get.
Yes, get in April.
If I get.
Or me. Better late than never.
I may not get it in April. Put up ching. See what I did there?
Well, you're here now. As we discussing things like this. Ricardo, I have been seeing some very worrying Facebook statuses from you from the end of 2020 to present.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Aaron.
Ricardo has been trying to be a comedian. You see how Kenny feel he's a calypsonian? Ricardo feel he's a comedian.
So you're saying is I could get called back for encore?
Gosh, no, shucks, not really.
I like that, Aaron. I love the fact that you're being so supportive and encouraging this 2023. I appreciate it. It is not unnoticed and not unnoted. Mm-hmm.
But you know what has not gone unnoticed?
What's that?
That we continue to ask why during this segment called Willy with a Y.
Good night to all our listeners on WAC Radio 90.1 FM. This is Willy with a Y, and season's greetings to you and yours, and all the best for the new year 2023. 2023 has been loudly marketed, or has been marketed rather, as the mother of all carnivals, and we would have had our first fete earlier this week at Soca in Mocha, which would have been on Sunday afternoon if I'm not mistaken. And already we have had complaints from patrons and fans alike about the lack of 2023 soca being played at the event. And I think as citizens, as patrons, as fete goers alike, we need to lean on DJs and radio stations alike to do better. Because it cannot be that you are coming to an event expecting to hear 2023 soca and DJs relapsing or reverting, to soca of years gone by, as in 2020, 2021. I mean, how much time you were here stage gone bad? There are over 150 soca songs released thus far for the 2023 season. And just earlier today, as a matter of fact, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and she was saying that artists apparently like the resting because she has not heard any offerings for 2023. And I had to tell her that there are at least 150 releases so far. They are all on YouTube, they are all on SoundCloud, etc. And this is what I don't understand about local DJs, because these are the same people who are making mixes of 2023 soca and putting them online. So then what happens when you go to these events? Is it that everything is about getting a forward, as they like to say? That you have to go back to play soca of yesteryear because you want the crowd to move? If it is you are not playing the soca regularly, or you're playing the same 5 songs on the radio every hour, on the hour, you're hearing the same songs, the same mixes, come on, people only going to know those. So when the artists come to perform and the crowd is looking up at them like, what are you really singing here? We never heard this before. We need to put a stop to that. People want to party. As I said earlier, it's going to be the mother of all carnivals. Who want to come out and enjoy the music. There is a lot of new music on offer. Please, play the soca. We don't want to hear the same 15 songs in rotation. We don't want to come on the road for Carnival 2023 and hear the same 15 songs on the road either. So the more you expose the music, the more the people will be aware of what is taking place, and all of us, including the artists, will have a good time. And that's it for this week. This has been Willy with a Y.
Another guy that we're glad to have on board with us going forward as we expand the living room. If we had a patio, a balcony.
By now, we could build a back porch.
A back porch. I'll take that. I remember last time we were experimenting with the mezzanine, but I realized we wasn't ready for that yet.
Yeah, we.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. Boy, what a season we've had so far. Boy. Weddings, funerals, people shooting at each other with fireworks.
People holding fireworks in a water bottle, and then it exploding on them.
Yeah. I don't know what they're waiting on to make this thing illegal for civilian use. I have no problems if you want to do 1 or 2 for the year. You come and you watch your thing on the hill or in the park or whatever, and then you go and have a pleasant, quiet rest of the evening. But this every and anybody, all hours of the morning, all hours of the day thing. I don't have the nerves for that again.
Yeah, I actually don't have the ears for it. You know, we have one more segment because in all we must always say thank you, but we don't say thank you in this segment. We say Tankoo with Dana T.
Hello friends, my name is Dana Tankoo and today I'm wishing you and your families a very, very happy new year. I wish you the best for 2023, loads of prosperity, lots of wealth, health, love, joy, everything good. And this year is all about prioritizing yourself, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical and spiritual health. If there is something that you want to develop within yourself, don't be afraid to explore it and seek the right help to make yourself a better you, right? And when it comes to developing yourself, always keep note of the little poisonous thorns and vines that may be holding you back. Don't be afraid to cut it off, because once you cut off those little pieces of poison, you tend to flourish really beautifully. Don't hold yourself back from flourishing in 2023. It's the year of growth, it's the year of beauty, and I hope you guys have a really great one. Cheers. But how I could forget to end my segment the way that I'm supposed to. Guys, tune in every Tuesday to hear us in the living room talk about all the things that we need to talk about as a family, as friends. Please and Tankoo.
Well, yes, boy. This woman in the living room. They really say happy woman, happy showman.
What?
That's not what they say? Happy woman, happy showman?
They say happy.
Let me hear you. Backspace.
Again, I know.
But I will say though, for 2023, be pushing the happy spouse, happy house mentality, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Right? Let's lean into the importance of the needs of all parties involved in the relationship. And I say in all because unfortunately sometimes they're not restricted to just two. But anyway, not go down that road. We address those types of issues this year in the living room. Where's that? No relationship issues, Aaron? Or not that one?
Not them kind of issues, brother. I'm staying far from that. I'm staying very, very far from that because something is telling me that the shift from what is supposed to be the true values and morals which we have grown up with and accepted are slowly becoming eroded. And I think we need to, I don't know, we need to get back to some of these values because the more and more that we realize that we are shifting away from these values is the more and more that the societal construct of a family and a community is being eroded. And I think for 2023, those are some of the things that we need to focus on.
Yeah, I have taken a personal stance that inclusive should not mean exclusive. As in, we should not replace or remove the value of the traditional relationship, the traditional household. And we have to acknowledge that people have the options of the lifestyles that they choose, but we still should respect and revere the traditional and conventional for those who choose so. And I find we're not seeing enough respect going towards the old-fashioned when it comes to those types of I don't want to say traditions, but those types of principles and platforms. Right? We are seeing a severe consequence in the schools, in the business places, because we don't have strong familial situations. We're seeing that because we don't have an environment that consistently reinforcing the good of all, you're starting to see that the selfishness and self-centeredness is becoming the dominant principle. I is now the first letter of the alphabet. Right?
The only ti-
If I think it right, or if I good at it, or it good for me, well then that's supposed to be the norm, and that not cutting it, it's not working.
the only time that I should be the first letter is if you're saying I am saying the alphabet.
Wow, I'm going to just nod. I'm going to nod.
Because there's no I in team.
What
There's
about
no
me?
There's no I in group.
No, next thing you'll say, it have no I in community.
And I'm going to say, but there is an I in community. There is an I in society.
You
which
realize
means
that?
you are part of the bigger picture.
I'm just saying that the I in community comes after the U, eh?
I wasn't going for the order in which it is, but what I'm saying is.
Yeah, you know, your spelling is a strong point too, so.
But what I'm saying is, in the words of another legend, another cultural icon, Brother Valentino, life is a stage and we are the actors. Everybody has a part to play.
Facts.
So it's not that I could, it's what we as a society could do together. And as I say that, I'm going to bring it back and I need to wipe my feet on this. As a society in Trinidad and Tobago, we do a piss poor job of honoring our icons. Last week, on the unfortunate day that Black Stalin passed, I avoided listening to the radio on that day. Because that would have been the day, barring WAC, because we play his music.
Right.
That would have been the day that every other station in Trinidad and Tobago decided to play the music of the legend that is Dr. Leroy Calliste. I understand that there's a wealth of music that may make it difficult for us to play all our artists' music every day. But there are 5 days in the week, during the week. There are 7 days if we want to extend it that much. I'm 100% sure putting 2 or 3 minutes a day and you play our music, our icons' music, is not too much to ask.
Here I say it. Most stations, well not most, but at least 5 stations have one form or another of a retro or a throwback or a back in time stay. You mean to tell me it's so hard for us to dedicate 1 day a week to local music? 1 day, you know. You telling me as a nation, we have been producing music that has been reaching the world stage for over 60 years. And we don't have enough music that you could play our music 1 day for the week?
And in no way I'm petitioning for any form of legislation or anything of the sort. I am appealing to the personal responsibility. Just like we appealed during the pandemic, well, the heights of the pandemic, because I really don't know if we're still in the pandemic or
we in it. Don't let anybody fool it. You know, I didn't let you finish. This is me working on being a better co-host. Just say I'm listening. Sorry, go ahead.
Right? Just like how we appealed during the heights of the pandemic for greater personal responsibility for your physical wellness, we are appealing to the program directors and the owners of the various frequencies for their personal responsibility to do better to make our music more available to your listeners. Because it cannot be that a young man who unfortunately was one of the murders so far in 2023, in our last interaction, didn't know the wealth of music that Black Stalin had. Because he chooses to listen to the urban frequencies. In no way am I knocking them. But I'm just saying, better needs to be done. Because if this is we thing, it's we own. And we need to treat it with pride like a Rolls Royce. Or the new Jordans that everybody does be wearing. You need to treat our culture with respect. Because a nation or a country without a culture is a country without a soul. And trust me, Ollie, from what I saw on Sunday, we are losing our soul.
Okay. I like how you call out the stewards, the gatekeepers. The fact remains that I don't know if you know this, Aaron, but well, not so much Aaron, but the listeners. We know other DJs, we know other media personality, and the fact remains is that again, much love and thanks to WAC 90.1 FM, to Kenny and Caption and Mr. Ann for giving us the opportunity to express the way that they have, because you know what, so many other DJs and artists and media personality can't say what they want to say and play what they want to play because the program directors have agendas and accords, right? The gatekeepers, the people who decide what is being played and how much of it is being played, a government should not have to force your hand to value your own. Take some initiative, show some pride. We're talking about the lack of patriotism and the cultural identity we have, but music is a huge part of that. So lean into the thing.
Remember, Ricardo, I said in Trinidad and Tobago, we suffer from the PPP. That's the part-time patriotic paradigm. And it's reached so bad now that in the 5 weeks unsolved that Kenny so eloquently taught us about in 2022, they still want to play dancehall.
That wasn't Marvelous Marvel.
Yeah, that's no, but Kenny.
But Kenny taught us about.
Kenny taught us about Marvelous Marvel.
You know what? I'm gonna take that opportunity too, so that people wouldn't feel we one-sided with this thing. But the artists, the elder artists, listen. Please do your best to make your music available online. Even if it's an old recording that you have, get somebody to upload this old recording. You don't need to go and shoot a whole new video for it. Do a little lyric video or something, but put your music in a place where we could find it, please. Right? It is hard to believe that we have so much music that is lost because the only rendition of it is in a live performance in a tent. Right? A live in a tent. Right? So that means you all have a little responsibility too to safeguard your own. You can't expect us to take better care of your music than you taking care of your music. And I'm saying that with this very sad story, which we have to keep coming back to, when you come out with a CD in 2023, you better have a flash drive or have it on MP3 so that it could be shared and played, please.
Or you could airdrop it.
I mean, what I'm saying is, if you're not familiar with the terms...
Now, honestly, that's a real huge thing because it's very difficult to mix a live recording of a song. Real difficult, that's what I know.
Right, but what I mean is, Aaron, we're not looking for the pristine here, you know, we just good with the presentable. And the reason I'm saying that is because there's a quality of sound that you get in a live performance as well. Right? We're not expecting the studio sound, right? But oh gosh, run it through a little Audacity or one of those programs. You know,
like Kenny hear that or not?
And I know I walk in the line here, right? But Aaron, progress over perfection, by where you telling me, hey, we could do without it at all? Nah, man, we're losing too much. And then complaining about what not out there. Right. That being said, congratulations to the DJs who play in the new 2023 music.
Congratulations to the DJs that play in soca and events.
That's where the bar reach.
Brother man, on Sunday I attended an event in Port of Spain. I don't even know how to say this politely. I was perturbed by the fact that I had to chip down the road to a skeng and a skilly bang and a bing ding dang pang.
Right.
I was trying to rhyme that up.
Yeah.
We have so much soca out there. The first road match was in 1948 from King Radio.
48 carried 1, 72. Going on 73 years.
73 years worth of soca. Why we still pulling for dancehall on the road for forward? Anyhow, that's our next conversation that we have every year, and I hadn't had that energy to go down that road. Only just play the soca, please. That's all I will say. I will print a jersey. I'm going to print a jersey. Soca must play.
You know what? Sure.
If you want to buy that jersey, contact the studio and we'll organize something.
Yeah,
Soca must play.
You and your godfather go sort out all the business. I want to give you a shameless plug, guys. On April 22nd last year, Aaron did a tribute 30 for Black Stalin. April last year. We're not riding the wave. We're not jumping on the bandwagon. I'm extending to you all an opportunity to check it out, listen a little track. In fact, Aaron, I even think we could play one or two of these songs tonight. That might be a nice way for us to tip our hats.
Yeah, because
hang our hats rather.
Yeah, because we have the concert coming up at 7. So we also want to go and attend that tribute concert.
Yeah, and leave a little wiggle room.
Yeah, in case Kenny forget to click live or something like that.
Yeah, you know, he like to start his speeches and sing with the ladies and gentlemen. My voice can't go that deep.
Neither mine. I feel as I effect that carry this on the board, honestly. I feel so. But now, honestly, guys, we sit also in our position right now listening to this program on this station because of another cultural icon. And I think for 2023, if possible, I think that Mr. Kenny Phillips should be given a national award.
Hey, no time like the present. Let me start making some noise and rattling some cages.
Because I am 100% fed up of everybody being honored posthumously in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? I'm fed up of that. With that being said, I must also pass on condolences to the Branca family on the passing of a legend from our alma mater, Ricardo, San Fernando Boys RC School. That's Mr. Raymond Branca.
Yeah.
I was in his class in Standard 5.
All right. Well, we worked closely with his son, continuing the legacy of being a fundamental part of our educational society. And I've had to tip my hat there. At the end of the day, we're not short a legacy in Trinidad and Tobago.
Also, I petition to the carnival, the convener of carnival in San Fernando. I know him personally, so I will call him, but I'm doing this publicly, that the bomb tune competition for Carnival Monday night be made a tribute to Black Stalin.
Nice one.
I know who you are, Mr. Convener of Carnival. I will not call your name.
You see where are you going? You know what? Since we shouting out the people that we know personally, I want to thank Candice Ferdinand of the Tranquility Beauty Spa. I had to thank Candice personally and on air for years. Well, I know Candice since about 5 or 6 years old, but for years Candice has been honing her craft, and recently it has become very evident that I do not take the care that I should of myself. And for somebody who's been an advocate for men's health, mental health, for personal value, for the importance of self-love and all of these things, she gave me an opportunity to close that integrity gap. And I went for a pedicure the other day. I ain't lie to tell you, I felt fancy, I felt refreshed. Yeah. She told me that my feet were an 8 out of 10, and I'm taking that.
After the pedicure.
No, that was before. When I leave, it was 11 out of 10. Right? I just saying that thank you for giving me an opportunity to walk the walk. Hey, no pun intended. More than just talk the talk. I cannot be telling people about things that I'm not willing to do myself. And thanks to Tranquility Beauty Spa for giving me an opportunity to, take care of me for a minute now. We can't pour from empty cups. That is what leads to burnout, and that is what leads to, believe it or not, resentment. Because on some level, we expect people to reciprocate. But if we take care of ourselves, well, then we don't have to vex with nobody for not taking care of us.
We can't also continue to walk the journey with bad feet.
Yeah,
So
I
take care of your feet.
I was an 8 out of 10, so I good day.
Right? We as we close off today, and we are going to do our part now to pay tribute to the man Dr. Leroy Calliste, better known as Black Stalin. I must let you know that the city of San Fernando, the corporation, in collaboration with the Calliste family, will be celebrating the life of Dr. Leroy Calliste. That's today, with our live concert featuring Kaiso All-Stars and several top performers. Right? They will come together to pay tribute to Black Stalin. The public is invited to attend, and that's at Harris Promenade from 7 p.m., which is where we are heading now. Today was also Black Stalin Day. Now, the send-off and the funeral service will be held on Thursday, the 5th of January, 2023. The procession will leave Guide's Funeral Home at 9 a.m. and will proceed along Coffee Street onto Dr. Leroy Calliste Street towards Harris Promenade, and then along Independence Avenue to Sapa. Right? We'd like the schools that are along this route to allow the children to come out and pay their respects as well. All right. So we end our program this way tonight. This has been another edition of the Living Room. Ricardo, anything before we pass over to Kenrick?
Yeah, guys, please wear your masks, sanitize, social distance, cough into the crux of your elbows. I've seen way too many people sneezing and coughing and circulating normal. Let me not go back down that road. Right, this is the social stage and the local stage. Thank you for joining us in the living room. Remember, guys, the hourglass is opaque. We don't know how much time remains. Whatever you're doing, be good, stay safe. Aaron?
This is your truly DJ Aaron 868. I'm always no shucks how to get accustomed. This is your truly DJ Aaron 868. Remember, culture is my code. All right. We just ended off with 3 Black Stalins. We're not saying that this is our favorite 3 or anything of the sort, but we made mention of the Caribbean man because of the respect that me must be paid to him. I'm playing one because my dad would have referred me to this tune how much ever years ago. It's called Move, and then a timeless classic called Bondem.
Some people call him the Caribbean man. You know who that is? Black Stalin. Welcome him.
They try with a federation, the whole thing end in confusion. Caricum and Carifta, but somehow a spelling disaster. Mr. West Indian politician, I mean you went to big institution, and how come you can't unite 7 million? When a West Indian unity, I know it's very easy. If you only rap to your people and tell them like me, there is one race from the same place. That make the same trip on the same ship. And so we must push one common intention for a better life in the region. For we women and we children, that must be the ambition of the Caribbean man, the Caribbean man, the Caribbean. They say that the Federation was imported quite from England, and they're going and form a Carifta with a true West Indian flavor. Since Carifta started running, morning, noon, and night, all I hear is money speech, them prime ministers giving. But I say no set of money, good for my unity. Now first of all, your people need their identity to be one race from the same place. That make the same trip on the same ship. So we must push one common intention for a better life in the region. For we women and we children. children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean. The Caribbean man, the Caribbean man. Caricom is wasting time. The whole Caribbean gone blind. You don't know from where you're coming. Then you can't plan where you're going. Some want to be communist, brother, some want to be socialist. And one set of religion to add to the foolishness. But look, a man who don't know his history, he have formed no unity. Tell me how could a man who don't know his roots or his own ideology to be one race?
The Caribbean man
from the same place.
The Caribbean man
that make the same trip.
The Caribbean man
on the same ship.
The Caribbean man.
So we must push one common intention for a better life in the region. For we women and we children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean. The Caribbean man. The Caribbean man. The Federation done dead, going to bed. But the cult of the Rastafarian spreading through the Caribbean. Rastas now in Grenada, Rastas now in St. Lucia. But to run Caribbean, yes, you get in pressure. If the Rastafari movement spreading and Caribbean dying slow, then it's something them Rastas on that them politicians do. They take one race.
The Caribbean man
from the same place.
The Caribbean man
that make the same trip.
The Caribbean man
on the same ship.
The Caribbean man.
So we must push one common intention for a better life in the region. For we women and we children. That must be the ambition of the Caribbean. The Caribbean man, the Caribbean man. Thank you. The same man they when come out on the back way. Move, 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 move. Spent so much money to buy this costume. Now I'm ready to jump. You better give me room. I spent so much time just to play this mask. Now I'm ready to play. Give me room to pass. I want to jam down, shake down, roll down, all around down. This mask is for you and you and you and you. So you're blocking up the place. I want to shake my way. The people want to jam. So get out of the band. Move. Spent so much night in the master booking. Now I'm ready to play. I can't take the jamming. I run so much I so to pay this band fee. Now I'm ready to play. I want to be free. I want to shake up, roll up, jam up, and don't stop. This message for you and you and you and you. So you're blocking up the place. Yes, I want to shake my waist. The people want to jam. So get out of the van. Jam. It's only about 4 hours I have to play. So now I come in drunk. You better clear the way. I got to reach downtown, then in the savannah. Lucky Jordan, and then Victoria. I want to jump free through the city with nobody to harass. This message to you and you and you and you. So you're blocking up the place. I want to shake the waist. The people want to jam. So get out of the van. Come. This mass you see me playing is not for me. It's just for you to behold and speak. So enjoy all you could and help make the fact. But to the masquerader, you better show respect. Don't come and jam up, squeeze up, roll up, don't break my costume. This mass is for you and you and you and you. So you're blocking up the place. I want to shake my waist. The people want to jam. So get out of the van. Move, 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 move. You're blocking up the place. I want to shake my waist. They want to shake my waist. The people want to jam. So get out of the van. You're blocking up the place. Yes, I want to shake my waist. You're blocking up the place. Yes, I want to shake my waist. Move, move, you're blocking up the place. I want to shake my waist. The people want to jam. So get out of the van. You're blocking up. You're jamming up. You're blocking up. You're jamming up. You're blocking up the place. Yes, I want to shake my waist. And the people want to jam. So get out of the van. Take it out, take it out, take it out, take it out. Hey man, what kind of big set time set this is, man? Nothing coming back. Put something in them monitors and them, man, come on. Hey, this set too expensive for this, man. Well to the monitors, bring it up. Bring it up. Fire. Fire, 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 Jano, fire, Jano, Jano, fire, Jano, Jano, Jano. Rooster. Give me a walk with Peter. Because some sinners coming. With them I go be dealing. Because the things that they do me, I'm going to fix them personally. Peter looks at the road by the gate.
Bunny.
Peter look the Englishman. We sent the road to Africa land.
Bunny.
Peter takes Rick, take Raleigh, but leave Victoria for me.
Bunny.
Peter can just don't care what you say, but Mussolini, he can't get away. Why?
My time for money. Peter, keep the fire burning.
This is my time for money.
Peter, keep the fire blazing.
Come with it. Undergo from this madman and woman. I feel the full weight of the hand. They made the oppress law. They never care about the poor. Peter, this people look at the day. Well, now it's time for Stalin to play. Peter, wait. Peter, lucky on slick by the gate.
Bunny.
Peter, I don't want you to make fuss. Remember, I want this before.
Bunny.
After Peter, look the woman who was South Africa refused to contact her.
Bunny.
Peter, I just look at what you do like Reagan.
Bunny.
Why?
My time for bunny. Peter, keep the fire blazing.
Come with it, sire.
It's my time for bunny. Peter, keep the fire blazing.
Don't grudge me. Your hand done full already. You done deal with the Führer. Now go ahead and take Foster. But that woman Mary, remember that's my baby. So much back and all that she make. You got to give Black Stalin a break. Peter wait, I said Peter wait. Peter look both and reach by the gate.
Bunny.
With both hands, I don't want you to waste time. Remember we still have more than behind.
Bunny.
Got to Peter, look the woman who sent foreign troops in Africa land.
Bunny.
Peter can just look at what you say, but the Ku Klux Klan.
Burn them.
Why?
It's my time for money. Peter, keep the fire blazing. It's my time for money. Peter, keep the fire blazing.
Come with it. This is my time for bunny. Peter, keep the fire blazing. Alright, you want a taste, This is my time for bunny. Peter, keep the fire blazing. Come with it, go. This is my time for burning. Peter, keep the fire blazing. This is my time for burning. Peter, keep the fire. Come with the music, come with the music. One time. Take it out, take it out, take it out, take it out, take it out.